Yo, what's up, YouTube? My name's Jacob, and welcome back to another episode of the Go Fantasy Football League. As always, this is the series where I go through and provide you weekly updates about the Fantasy Football League that I'm in with my friends. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and look at the scores from the Week 10 matchups and also see who is our donkey of the week. If you have been enjoying this series so far, please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications so you never miss another episode. That being said, let's go ahead, take a look, see who got a dub, who took a L, and who is the donkey of the week. On to our next matchup, we had Anything Is Possible taking on So Good It Hurts, and Andres won this matchup 161 to 104. Jordy's team had somewhat been on a roll. They kind of slowed down this week. Aaron Jones still put up a solid performance. He had 27 points. And Jalen Hurts, he still put up 21. But other than that, Jordy had George Pickens with 14 and Ayuk with 12, but there wasn't really much else. But he didn't really get any help from the rest of his team. Definitely a letdown by Travis Etienne. Dude had been balling recently. And on the rest of the side, he's still riding the hot hand with Justin Fields. Dude's been balling. He put up 47 points. That's insane. And he also had Jonathan Taylor back, finally healthy. And he put up 32 points, looking like himself from last year. The rest of his team did pretty solid. Only had 2 people in single digits. And his team balled out with 161 points and secured him the win. On to our next matchup, we had Austin City Limits taking on the SA Donkeys. And Larry won this matchup 138 to 116. I know Larry and Tay were definitely talking mess throughout the week, but it's looking like Larry got the last laugh in this matchup. And honestly, it probably should have been worse, but hey, CeeDee Lamb balled out this week. He had 43 points. Love to see that. But the next highest scorer was Josh Jacobs with 21. Then we had Tom Brady with 16. Austin Eckler with 12. The rest of his team was in single digits, and they just did not ball out like they needed to. And taking a look at Larry's side, he had some solid performances from Dalvin Cook. He had like that 80-yard touchdown. Tony Pollard doing his thing since Zeke was out. And then Gabe Davis. Usually he's boomer bust, but this week was kind of somewhere in the middle. He didn't have that monster game, but he definitely didn't goose either. Dalton Schultz also did a good job with 17. And honestly, anytime your tight end can get you more than like 10 points, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, Gigi Solari's moving up in the division, and honestly, that division's might come down to the wire. I think one game separates first and like fourth place, so we shall see. On to our next matchup, we have Lamar taking on the Comebacks, and Jason won this matchup 140 to 101. I think Brandon's team definitely started off strong early on in the season, but they've definitely been cooling down recently. Looking at his team, he definitely had like a couple of like solid decent performances, but he just didn't really have that high-end scorer that you're looking to win you a week. He had Dak Prescott with 18 and Christian McCaffrey with 16, Tyler Higbee with 15. All kind of middle of the road. No one really hurt his team. Maybe Alvin Kamara getting 6 points. You're definitely expecting more from him. Yeah, he just didn't have those high scores this week. The same can't be said for him. He had Justin Jefferson, probably with the catch of like the year so far, in my opinion.
How does he maintain possession all the way through, not allow that ball?
There's a couple up there that kind of match up with it, but man, that was a crazy catch just given the situation, fourth down, needing a score to win the game or send it to overtime like they did. Amazing catch. He's a beast. He put up 40. And then Patrick Mahomes, dude's been balling all year, put up 35 again. D-Hop with 19. He had a couple of low scores with Cordell Patterson and George Kittle, but hey, you're getting 75 from two players. You're probably going to win. On to our next matchup. You had mine. Had 2 Infinity and Beyond taking on Stiff Armed and Dangerous. I won this matchup 155 to 124. Starting off from Moya's team, they definitely did pretty good. Better than they have been all season. If he was probably going up against somebody else, he probably would have won, but hey, he drew the short straw going up against me this week. But he had Devontae Adams putting up 36 points. Yeah, Devontae Adams, he's just like top 5 wide receivers in the league. He's gonna get his. And then Tua Tagovailoa putting up a solid performance of 23. Tua should always have a solid week when he's throwing at Jalen Waddle. and Tyreek Hill. He just has some superstar weapons. Other than that, he had a couple people get 13 with DK and the Steelers defense. You probably could have got a little bit more from DeAndre Swift and Najee Harris. Taking a look at my team, it finally felt good to get a win. I feel like it's been a while. I think I was on like a 3-game losing streak. And I had some players who had been kind of underperforming, and they finally gave me a good performance. I had Christian Kirk put up 36 points. Love that. Stephon Diggs with 29. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 26. Josh Allen with 24. Dude's been balling all year. I'm just still surprised I was able to put up 155, given the fact that Derrick Henry only put up 8 and Dameon Pierce put up 11. And Kyle Pitts, don't even get me started on Kyle Pitts, but I could write a whole thesis paper on how he's caused me so much pain and suffering. But yeah, this division is going to come down to the wire, for that third spot. Let's go ahead and take a look at our last matchup. In our final matchup, we had the cold-blooded Kylers taking on Let's Ride, and Aaron won this matchup 97-82. Yeah, this is honestly one of the lower scoring matchups we had this week. None of them were able to crack 100 points. Looking at Franco's team, man, Terry McLaurin and definitely balled out. He's been doing pretty good with Taylor Heineke. Geno Smith putting up 19. Not terrible, not great, but definitely a solid performance. And the rest of his team, honestly, just did not perform like you want them to. A.J. Brown, 1 point. Chuba Hubbard, 1 point. Yeah, the rest of his team, besides McLaurin and Geno, were all in single digits. And then looking at Aaron's side, it wasn't much better, but it was enough to get him to win. And he had Saquon Barkley with 27. I think he had like 35 carries. Yeah. Houston's run defense is just terrible. And then he had Travis Kelce and Trevor Lawrence both get him 20. It was almost a Monday Night Miracle. Terry McLaurin did his job, but A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert just did not do what they were supposed to, man. So Franco was this week's lower scorer, so he's going to go ahead and earn the title of Donkey of the Week. So here we have it, Franco, Donkey of the Week. Appreciate you getting Donkey. That way I didn't have to go through the effort of cropping out somebody else's picture and putting them on the Donkey. Yeah, Franco's team, I mean, it was just one of those weeks, man. A.J. Brown, he's definitely not getting you 1 point each week. Same can be said with Chris Olave and Chuba Hubbard. Even Chuba Hubbard's he's kind of bad, but Khalil Herbert. Even I think Dallas Goedert, Khalil Herbert, and AJ Brown, they all kind of got dinged up a little bit too. I know Herbert's on IR. AJ Brown got shaken up for a little bit during the game, but he ended up coming back. And I want to say Dallas Goedert got hurt. I could be getting him mixed up with like another tight end or something. Yeah, that trade is definitely haunting him. That Clyde Edwards-Helaire for Jonathan Taylor, man. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I don't even think he's starting anymore. I think he lost his job to Isaiah Pacheco. He's like getting phased out of the offense. He's like a third down back. I don't even think he's a third down back anymore. Jerick McKinnon's doing most of the receiving work for the running backs. Not really a viable fantasy option. I don't even think he has him on his team anymore. I think Franco dropped him. No, he still has him, but he put up 0 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars, so that is not good. And Jonathan Taylor, he finally got back to his true self. Dude dropped 32 points. I know Andres is laughing to the bank right now. I mean, crazy enough, he's still not out of the playoffs. I think he's like 1 game behind right now. He's still in good shape for not being in last place. I mean, his team's looking a little bit better than Moya's. It's been a tough season for Franco, but I mean, hey, look, you never know. He could turn it around. Crazy things can happen. All you got to do is somehow get into the playoffs and just don't get last place, man. Wishing you the best of luck on the rest of the season, man. Alright, let's go and finish the video. Alrighty guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of the Go Fantasy Football League. If you did enjoy, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and comment down below. and let me know how your team did this week. Did you get a dub? Did you take the L? Or did you tie? Go ahead and let me know. Also, don't forget to turn on the post notifications so you never miss another episode. That's going to be it from you guys. I'll go ahead and see you on the next episode when you go through the Week 11 matchups and take a look at the updated standings. Later.
I think their D's been fine.
I think their D has really probably performed above expectations coming in.